Good morning, guys. It is Jen from The Lazy Crafter here. Today I wanted to talk about heat transfer foil. So this is kind of like HTV, but kind of not. It gives a really different finish. So you need two things to use heat transfer foil. You need the heat transfer and you need the hot melt, which is the glue side of it. And we're going to do a little project today, but I wanted to show you, this is kind of the result that we've gotten. See how it's super shiny? And it is actually really, really easy to do. So I'm going to set up my machine and let's get going. Okay, so as usual, I'm just going to go to my upload button. I'm going to just use something that I've got in stock, and I'm going to do that by clicking on View All. And I'm just going to have a look at the images I've uploaded, and I've picked one that I think will come out pretty good. And it is this one. Now the reason I've picked this I'm Awesome one is because it's quite a bold. So we're gonna fill in the black with all of the rainbow. So it's quite bold, and I think it'll look really good. Now I'm just gonna do it on the back of a cotton bag today. So I'm just gonna make it a bit bigger. I'll make it 25 centimeters wide. Okay, and then I am going to weld it all together as normal, and weld is just down here. So once that's finished, we've only got our one layer. I'm going to go to make it like normal, and I'm just going to leave it there on the mat. That's fine. Now I do have to mirror this, so I'm going to turn my mirror on, and it's made all of my words backwards, which is perfect. Then we're going to go to continue down the bottom right hand corner like normal. So all this is exactly as we would normally do HTV, so no excitement. Now we're going to cut the glue on everyday iron-on, all standard, default pressure, fine point blade. We're happy with all of that. Now I'm going to show you guys how to load this. Alright guys, so exactly like HTV, our hot melt has two sides. We've got the shiny side and we've got the matte side. Now you might think that you can't tell the difference, but it is fairly obvious once you know what you're looking for. So the shiny side always has this like plasticky type of coating, and the matte side always feels a bit rough. So we're going to go shiny side down the same way we always do on all of our HTV. And then we're going to press our Go Baby Go button, and this is going to cut. So once it's finished cutting, I will come back to you and show you how easy it is to weed. Alright, so we're all cut, so we're just going to ejecto our matte-o as normal. Just going to peel this off. I like to peel the mat off the vinyl, not the vinyl off the mat. It doesn't really matter with HTV, but it is very important with adhesive. So, like normal, we weed, you can see here, we're going to weed this like we would normally weed HTV. So, I'm going to just trim this down a bit. And then, I'll come back. Won't be a sec. So we've got a bit of weeding happening here. So as usual, I just peel back like I normally would. I always like to weed the outside first. Being HTV, you can be a bit, HTV I guess, you can be pretty rough with it. You don't need to treat it like you treat adhesive. So I'm just going to rip all this off very quickly. And this glue, I really like it. It is really nice to weed. And it's good for doing intricate stuff. One of the girls that works here, Roz, she has done a couple of mandalas with it. And I'll put pictures up at the end if anyone's interested. But I'm just going through, picking all of this out. And then I'm going to show you guys how it looks when it's applied correctly. And it's super, super simple. So I do recommend using a press rather than an iron with this, because I think you're going to get a much better result. So that's all weeded. And now we'll go over to the press and lay it onto our canvas. All right, so we've got our canvas bag here. I do like to use these guys. They're about, I don't know, $2 from Spotlight. I really like to use them because they aren't a stretchy material. So we're just going to pop this down. We're happy with it there. Then we're going to pull our press down for 30 seconds at 155. So when that's finished, we'll come back and I'll show you what the glue's supposed to look like. So we can see the glue here. When we peel off our top sheet, our glue is kind of clear. It's not white. That's what we're looking for. So I'm going to peel this off. One-handed, but that's okay. So it should peel pretty nicely. If it's cooked correctly, it'll peel pretty nicely. There'll be no residue left on the transfer sheet, which is what we're looking for. Before we put our foil on, we're just going to pop down a bit of extra stability, because I find that the cushion, even though it doesn't like repel, like it's not very squashy. I just find that the foil prefers to be on a hard surface. So I'll put so that's not sticky at all now. It only gets sticky when it heats up. So now I'm just going to pop my foil on top. And I've cut such a big bit because where they join it, sometimes there's a line, and I didn't really want that on my design, so I'm just trying to work around it. So I'm going to pull it down straight on top for another 30 seconds, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we've cooked it for 30 seconds. Now I'm just going to bring it over to my table here and let it cool down for a sec. I do like to let this cool down, and as soon as you take it off that bottom plate, it cools down pretty quickly from there. But I do like to let it cool down just so I can make sure that all that glue is nice and set. And then once it's cooled, see, it didn't take long. Once it's cooled, I kind of just gently work it off. See how I'm kind of like shaking the foil off? So that's what we're left with. It's so pretty, but I am going to give it another press, and I like to give it another press just because I think it gives it a bit more of an even look. So we do pop our Teflon sheet on top this time. I like to pull it down for the last lot of 30 seconds, and then our job's done. Here we are, guys, our finished project. I am absolutely in love. I think this foil is just such an interesting finish, and it's super easy to do. Okay, guys, so that's just one easy way of using foil with hot melt to give you a really interesting result. Next, I will do a video on how to foil paper with a laser printer. So that's going to be super fun as well, but I'll leave you with this. So all you need is 2 ingredients, really. You just need hot foil and hot melt. Easy peasy. You can get those all at that printed vinyl place. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye.